Alright, here we are for the second draft, because the first one was so disappointing I just couldn't bear to not try my hand again. Call me an addict, call me what you will. I'm gonna snap off this Maverick Thopterist, and yeah, let's rock and roll. I gotta finish this draft quickly though, by the way, because I am about to get on a plane. I gotta leave in, let's see, what time is it? It's 11:42 where I'm recording right now. In lovely Baltimore, and I need to leave for the airport for the Grand Prix and following Pro Tour at 2 p.m. So I am hoping to win all three of my rounds super, super fast so that I can shower and get my butt out there, but we'll see. All right, regardless, stop talking so fast. Maverick Thopterist. Great, great card in the blue-red improvised deck. So that is what we're going to take. All right, now we've got options in Kari Zev, Airdrop our Aeronauts, Weldfast Engineer. I think I've never played with Kari Zev. Not a bad card. Certainly, it's a rare. It's got to be good, right? No. Airdrop Aeronauts is decent as well. Weldfast Engineer is good, but I don't really want to commit to 3 colors right now. We're going to try Kari Zev. Alright. This is literally the same pack. Is there a glitch in Moto? I mean, yes, there's tons. I think Aether Swooper is the pick. It's certainly less powerful than Weldfast, but I think it's the pick to go with our Maverick Thopterist. Not thrilled about making that one. Okay, especially not thrilled about making that one because it seems like the blue-red is drying up, and we maybe should have just jumped on those 3/3s. We could take Tampering, Gear Smasher, Implement of Combustion. Perilous Predicament is obviously good. It seems like we're getting signaled here. Let's see what this does. All right. Well, the signal is starting to diminish because I'm gonna probably take Trophy Mage here. And yeah. All right. We got a Trophy Mage. Leave in the Dust, Emerald Gear Smasher, Salvage Scuttler. I'm not going to take Scuttler, I don't think. I think I'm going to take Leave in the Dust. It's a card that I generally want in as a one of. It's a nice pickup. It's obviously not what I'd like to be spending my early picks on, but let's see where the draft goes from here. I'm still not 100% locked into anything yet, but obviously I'd like to see the 4/4 improvise creature with hexproof. Aether Chaser would be a nice scoop. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of stuff we still have available to us. I don't want to commit to anything yet. Obviously, would have been wise in retrospect. All right, so we can take a Metallic Rebuke or Destructive Tampering. I like a Mana Leak. I also like a Destructive Tampering for what it's worth. I think in an improvised deck, Mana Leak is what we want. It's close between that and Destructive Tampering. Destructive Tampering is actually kind of nice. It's a crappy Shatter, or it is a Falter that lets you crush through for the win. Yeah, I'll take a Mana Leak. Okay, Renegade Map is a very nice pickup for the blue-red deck. Obviously, Implement of Examination is nice, but Renegade Map is Nice, nice. And the fact that we see it so late, I don't know. That's odd to me, but that's a nice pickup. All right, here's the Implement of Examination that we wanted. The last pick, which is good. Gives us something to fetch up with our Trophy Mage. I'll take a Lathnu Sailback, I suppose. What are the odds that we can splash a Fen Hauler? I think Fen Hauler is fine. I'll just take the Sailback. Unlikely to play it. Maybe I should have faded it. I don't know. Alright. Yeah, Foundry Assembler, I suppose. Hidden Herbalist isn't actually that good. It's literally just a Grizzly Bear most of the time. Implement of Combustion is actually kind of a nice pickup for our deck, because if we are improvising, then we want a 1-drop artifact. Alright, so, man, that is a late Resourceful Return. Some people just must hate value, you know? Okay, we can scoop up a shock here. Excuse me, it's fine. I mean, it's that or Bastion Inventor. I think that we want shock. We need some removal. No deck is complete without removal. Unlikely that we're going to be playing that puppy, but okay, we can take a Scrapper Champion, which is good, or we can take another shock, which is good. Is Scrapper Champion what we want in our deck versus shock? We have really nothing to do with energy, but we do have things to do with not dying to early aggression. So I think I'm going to take the shock. It's more in line with what the deck needs. Now we can take any of these three. I think I'm going to take the 2-drop. You always need a couple 2-drops. And this one is a mana sink, as well as helping improvise. And yeah, okay. Watchful Automaton is a good one. Obviously, I'm kind of confused why this Daring Demolition is still in the pack, but I'm going to take the Watchful Automaton, as it's a mana sink, it is fetchable with Trophy Mage, and it is an artifact. At this point, we have successfully acquired sufficient artifacts where I'm looking for a few more improvised cards. I would love to wheel one of those 4/4s with hexproof. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We've only made a couple of picks in this pack so far. So, I mean, I'm going to take the big Barricade Breaker, I think, over Sweatworks Brawler. That's a close one. Yeah. I will take the big Barricade Breaker, I think. We can follow up a turn 4 Maverick Thopterist with a turn 5 Barricade Breaker. That's really good. Sweatworks Brawler is also good. Don't get me wrong, but I want to go bigger. Okay. Here we have options for Night Market Guard, Ravenous Intruder, which actually is not that bad of a card to put in our deck. It's another 2-drop. It works well with Implement of Combustion. I'm not particularly pleased with it, though. We only have 2 creatures at 3. Is Night Market Guard going to be the card that we need? 3 creatures at 3, 3 at 2. I'll take the guard. Cogwork Assembler, and Bastion Inventor. I'm going to take the Inventor here. And Hinterland Drake, Implement, or Sweatworks Brawler. I'm going to take the Brawler. Another Bastion Inventor. Now we've got our improvised cards. Universal Solvent is not embarrassing in these decks, actually, surprisingly. Okay, so we can cut this Foundry Assembler. That card is smelly. We can cut the Sailback. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the Swooper. Alright, things are starting to come together. Ice Over is not great. Precise Strike is also not great. Both of them are decent. I will take Precise Strike. I think I like it a little better. Shipwreck Moray versus Filigree Crawler or Reservoir Walker. I actually kind of like the Moray. I don't really like Reservoir Walker or Filigree Crawler. Alright, we got another Mana Leak with our second to last pick. And now we're looking for maybe a couple of good 2-drops, right? An Eager Construct, Prophetic Prism would be thrilling. Stuff that lets us get a turn 4 Bastion Inventor. Maybe it was wrong to take the Moray. Alright, another Dispersal Technician. I'm probably not going to play that. But we've got 4, 5 improvised doofuses in Barricade Breaker, 2 Inventors, a Thopterist, and a Brawler. So I'm pretty happy there. It's a kind of an interesting dance, right? To wend through a draft, figuring out, all right, we're gonna go to the left and then to the right and then this way and that way. That I have to make sure that I have enough of everything, right? I need enough of every piece. So I've got 1, 2, 3 3-drop creatures. So I could take Weldfast Monitor, as that allows turn 4 Thopterist, which is good. I'm generally inclined to just go for artifacts. I'm looking at Cogworker's Puzzle Knot, and I'm thinking, well, we can't really use it, but I mean, it's nice to just have an artifact creature or an artifact on the battlefield to use for improvised stuff. I think I'm going to take the Weldfast for now, but I might wheel the puzzle. Okay, we've got Glint-Nest Crane is the card we want here. As it's a 2-drop, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 artifacts in our deck. So yeah, the crane game. I want to play the crane game. This is not a pack that's particularly well suited for us. Again, in a real draft, I would probably take Blossoming Defense or Hunt the Weak as like a hate card, or Lawless Broker to hate someone else's draft. In this draft, I'm inclined to just take Fireforger's Puzzle Knot. Wow, we could do it! We could really do it! Metalwork Colossus costs X less to cast. Alright, so we have non-creature artifacts. We have a Universal Solvent, a Renegade Map, an Implement of Combustion, a Fireforger's Puzzle Knot, an Implement of Examination. It's that, Aether Tradewinds, Salivating Gremlins. My god, if I made a Metalwork Colossus, that would be a cool draft in my book. I think I would probably rather just take Salivating Gremlins here. I think it's the better card. But I'm jealous of whoever gets to make Metalwork Colossus work. Glimmer of Genius. That is a good card, and it will go in my deck. Alright, Consulate Skygate. That's a decent card. It's a blocker. Our deck is looking kind of control-y. Good blocker, and yeah. I don't have any hate for the Skygate in this deck. Okay, we can spark some creativity here as a crappy removal spell. we can take a hate piece. We'll take Spark because I'm not going to take a hate card. Then we can take Aradera Express, make obsolete as a hate card. Subtle Strike. I would take make obsolete or Subtle Strike as a hate piece. You know, hating on all those other opponents. I mean, I'm not going to play Aradera Express in my deck. There's very, very little chance of that. So I'll just take the Subtle Strike. Goodbye, Subtle Strike. We got Salivating Gremlins. And we're not going to play more than the 2 Metallic Rebukes for counter magic. I'll take the Windrake. I will take the Curio Vendor. I'll take the Demolition Stomper. Failed Inspection. Wily Bandar. Forest. Okay. Cut the Forest. Cut the Bandar. Cut the Spark. Cut the Vendor. Cut the Fire Forgers. Puzzle Knot. Cut the Windrake. Oh. Alright. Continue cutting. Cutting the Windrake. Cutting the Night Market Guard. Cutting the Failed Inspection. The Shipwreck Moray. The Demolition Stomper. One of our 2 Metallic Rebukes. We're getting close. I could play 15 lands with a Renegade Map. I'd prefer to play 16 lands with a Renegade Map. What else can we cut? Universal Solvent or Precise Strike are the 2 best options, I think. We could also cut Kari Zev, but I kind of like Kari Zev. I think Precise Strike is pretty bad in a Consulate Skygate deck, so I'm going to cut Precise Strike. And now, do we want to try and get anything back in the deck? Is it better to have a Metallic Rebuke than a Kari Zev? I don't think so. I think 16 lands is fine here. We have a cheap Cycler and Implement of Combustion. We have Renegade Map. All of our expensive creatures have Improvise, so they're actually much cheaper than you would think. Would I rather have a Metallic Rebuke or a Kari Zev Skyship Raider? That is where I'm at now. And I think I just would rather not fall behind early. Kari Zev Skyship Raider is a pretty decent card. It is that versus another Metallic Rebuke, which it doesn't. It's not really 3. It costs 2 usually because we have all these cheap crapper artifacts. But I think that a second one is probably unnecessary. Let's add basics. And 9 and 7, huh? Do we have any double blue? I see no reason to do that. Let's go with 8 and 8. Oops. Add them to the deck. And yeah, this is where I ended up. You can tell me where you guys ended up. I think this deck is pretty good. It's not absurd or anything. And I would be happy to have this deck at a Pro Tour. So we are saving the deck. And we are ready to go battle. I will catch you guys then.